Well, the Intellivision, of course, since we did come out a few years after Atari, we were able to take advantage of some of the new faster, more powerful. We were the first 16-bit system. The actual 1610 processor from General Instruments in the Intellivision has a 16-bit accumulator and registers and everything. So it's really doing 16-bit mathematics, and so it made for some. We could do some better graphics. We certainly did better sound. So we were the first game. We also had things like voice, IntelliVoice. We were the first that had actual voice actors actually recorded and synthesizing of their voice, or simulation of their voice. So we had the, and there were a lot of other things that we did with the graphics, with the sound, music. The first games that had music playing all the way through them. These were all things that first you saw on Intellivision. Simply because we had the advantage of coming out a couple years later and having the extra technology there. But the other advantage that we had was that Mattel wasn't sure about getting into this market. I mean, this is a $300 item when they were sold much cheaper items. So instead of going out and hiring the top dollar programmers and technical people, they hired people right out of college who were very young, inexperienced, and so we purposely tried to hire people who maybe were more creative, people who were not computer majors or math majors, but people who had music majors, dance artists, who had gone to Control Data Institute and learned a few computer skills. We always said it's easier to teach somebody to program than it is to teach them to be creative. So as a result, we had a group that was very creative. Now, some of the people we had really were, because we had a lot of people who wanted to work for us, a lot of technical people, even taking a cut in salary, even not working as much, they wanted to work for Mattel and do the games for television. So we did get some really good technical people, but as a staff, it was very creative people. So we had a very wide range of games, I think broader than any other company. We had games that were educational games, we had games that were strategy games, role-playing games, arcade games, space battle games, and things. So we had, I think, of course, the sports games. So we had a very, quite a variety. A lot of companies like Coleco came in, and they just licensed a bunch of arcade games. And they had very good graphics, and so they were able to reproduce arcade games very much. So if just what you wanted was a home version of arcade games, Coleco was great for that. But we had games of all sorts of things. That's the advantage we've had as a company in bringing the games back now, is that most of the games in television, Mattel did for television, were original titles. So we don't have to go track down the license holders and the owners and other things. We can do a collection like we're doing for the DS, where it says 60 games, because those are 60 games that don't have licenses or other legal entanglements on them.